When I talk about my philosophy, I talked about it a little earlier. I like common sense, and I like focusing marketing on things that don't change. And the reason for that is, in the modern digital world right now, things are changing every single day. There's a new platform, there's a new algorithm, there's a new way to look at things. Their eyeballs and their attention are going to somewhere else, and you have to find a way to keep up with it all. And most time with a single person and single resources, you can't. It's just, there's too much out there. Secondly, one of the biggest misconceptions with social media and online marketing is that it's easy or it doesn't take much time. And that is so far the opposite of what the reality is. It actually is, it's a full-time job, and it's a full-time job per platform. And you'll see a lot of companies trying to execute multiple platforms with one employee or no employees, just trying to fit it into the people they already have, and it's very, very, very hard to do. The reason is you can't create the volume of content and the quality content that you need in order to stand out. One of the things that came up earlier was noise, and there's so much noise on all the platforms we have. Organic is very hard to achieve, and a lot of the platforms have become pay to play. And the reason for that is there's too much noise. Have you ever searched through social media and noticed that every single post is someone trying to sell you something now? Right? It's one of the most common things we see. Everyone's trying to get you to swipe up. They're trying to get you to click on a link. They're trying to get you to go to YouTube to view their videos. They're trying everything possible to convert you or monetize you in some way. So what we say now, and this comes with a little bit of controversy, is if you sell, you lose on social media, and if you sell, you lose online. Now, it doesn't mean that you're not going to sell a product. It just means when you're making content, you're focusing only on value, and you're not focusing on trying to convert every single piece of content that you're posting out. Now, I'll explain throughout the day what that looks like, but on a base level, we look at value and we say every single post that you make should satisfy one, if not two, of these items. One, make posts that solve people's problems. Two, make posts that engage emotion. And three, make posts and content that tell stories. Tell stories, engage emotion, solve people's problems. You put those three things together, and we come up with value to an audience. And value to an audience that's not going to change. Why is Nike so good at marketing? Why is Apple so good at marketing? Why are all the big companies, and I hate using those examples because everyone uses them, but it's easy to relate because they never sell you in the commercial. You're watching the commercial and you have a feeling, you see a story, they engage in emotion, and you see that as part of it. And on social media, people went the opposite. They tried for the quick, short-term sales cycles. They didn't go long-term. They're not thinking of it from how am I going to be able to capitalize on my audience 5 years from now when I have 100,000 people that are in my audience and they automatically see the value I give them and I want to buy from them. I've developed a relationship with them. In comparison to I have 100 followers and 500 friends, and how can I engage them right now and convert them tomorrow with a direct ROI from the time I'm putting in? People that only want a direct ROI from social media will not last in social media because they will not be able to create the ROI they're looking for by just trying to sell to the people that already know them. I think it took, so we'll talk about journalism a little bit and the papers. It took 5 years for them to start to realize that it wasn't about selling a subscription through social media. It was about showing unique videos and telling stories. So now all you do is you see global news and you see all the different news stations only sharing viral videos and allowing them to feel part of the community in some way. The other thing that happened recently that we've seen a switch, but not everyone's adopted it yet, is when you start social media, you're thinking about having as many followers and the biggest audience that you can. But in order to do that, you need a lot of times to move outside of your sphere. So what do people do immediately? They think about, how am I going to attract someone in Toronto to follow my page? How am I going to attract someone in US to follow my page? How am I going to get more audience and more followers? And you forget about the people that are already around you. You forget about the sphere that's around you. So any business you're starting, unless it's drop shipping or something where you're sending it across the world, and we need to talk about those items, you have to focus on your sphere first. Focus on the people that know you, that are around you, that are around your business first, and then allow that to grow and expand. From there, piece by piece, your sphere is going to keep getting bigger. And that's what's going to make a difference for your audience in the long term, and not just focusing on what's going to happen tomorrow. Now, there are certain things online where we can generate an ROI. There are certain things online and platforms online where we can post and boost and advertise and market. But that's a different strategy altogether. And it's something that you're going to have to decide for your business depending on what your goals are and where you want to take it and how you're going to grow it.